Now, before I go ahead with this video, let's take these shades off my head here. Nice, hot, warm day today in a car that has got air conditioning. I'm actually sitting in the car that I'm going to do a slight small review on, as I call an antique. What I will say is that some even just looking at this now will know what brand or manufacturer it is, but I'll come to that in a moment. I just do feel that after driving a Tesla and most EVs, but not all, getting back into what is predominantly a quite old-fashioned car now, fossil fuel to me, I no longer require a fossil fuel car. Maybe it's because I'm at a time of life where I can financially push myself to buy what I want and not so what I need. I went electric, as a lot of you will know, over 3 years ago now, along at the same time of using a fossil fuel big V8 Mustang GT. Might become a surprise to some of you new to the channel, but yes, I had 44 years of big V8 muscle cars, from Mustangs, Camaros to Cadillac Escalades to big American motorhomes and more and more. So it's nothing new to me regarding the fossil fuel car, what they do to the gallon, how they handle, how they drive, how they feel, how whatever. I've not been one who's had a few tiny cars. I have had hundreds and hundreds of cars over 40 odd years, as you can well imagine. Anyway, moving on, I digress on that one. It's a short video on how it makes me feel getting into this car. More motorbikes. Every time I make a video, there's a noisy, horrible motorbike. God, I begin to hate the things. Buy electric! Anyway, every time I get in this car, I feel I don't belong in it. It's probably about an 18k car, new. To give you an idea, it's called Beats Audio as an option. So someone will suss already what I'm in. So don't expect too much, but don't expect a very base car. It's not. It's got a lot of bits and bobs in it. And a lot of that as well. So before I go deep in, I am going to say that this is not a jab at anyone who cannot afford a £50,000 Tesla, because I know there's lots and thousands of people out there who would love one, or even love a 20 grand car, who cannot afford it due to their lifestyle, their family commitments, their job, etc, etc. So this is not a jab at you, but this is a jab at the fossil car owner who can afford to make the change and won't. Well, surprise, surprise, the wind has actually got up again here today in Lodge Life. Continuation of this vehicle I have just around the corner here. Again, I'm just going to say, this is not a go at anybody who can't afford, the car I drive, because I know that I'm very, very lucky. I'm going to say that, and humble about it as well. So let's go and do this and see if you can guess with the first 3 or 4 shots I'm going to give you this vehicle, what it actually is. I suppose 1 or 2 of you must have it by now and know what it is. Yeah. Horrendous Volkswagen, never been a big fan. To be honest, these things have now grown in size. In my opinion now, these are more like a Volkswagen Golf size from 20-30 years ago. And this Beats Audio thing, well, it's just, in my eyes, it's just a catch to make you buy it and be different from every other boring Polo on the road. But hey, look, I've said this before, I'll say it again, to certain people, this thing here is a supercar. This thing here is a lovely car to own and they'd love to own it and blah blah blah. I've only got this as a loaner. I would never buy this thing in a million years. 1, because it's a fossil car, 2, because it's boring, and 3, because it's a Volkswagen. So I'm going to get some comments from all you Volkswagen lovers straight away. Typical boring old-fashioned antique key, nothing like a modern EV. Let's get in here. Very loud door locks, bang bang, and all this rubbish about how Volkswagen doors used to shut. What's that all about? Shut like any other car. Anyway, welcome to Doom City. I hate this bloody thing with a vengeance. I wear shorts a lot in the summer and this is so rough on your inner legs, not very comfortable after a while. You're better off with long trousers on. Probably the best thing about the seats is the design, but all this rubbish with Beats audio and what's it all about? I mean, come on, Dr. Dre, please, you sold out many years ago. A lot of it is really terrible. Let me just step inside this a moment. And this kind of numbering and lettering, they've used it for years. Nothing's changed, you know, in a long time. I'll show you the best bit about this car in a moment. What I will say, I'm an automatic fan, but I'm assuring you now, this gearbox is atrocious. Absolutely garbage. Sorry Volkswagen, it is. And if anyone owns one of these things, it's auto, the best of luck. Again, now you've got some soft there and a bit of soft on there. Otherwise, you know, yeah. Oh look, some USB-Cs. Whoa, right under there. How modern's that? It's got aircon, like I say. Aircon's not too bad on it. The best thing is the media player. Okay, let's turn it on. Put the music down here. So yeah, you know that you come up to these things and it's got like this active thing on here. It knows you're present. It's all pretty decent, you know. It's a bit laggy, like I say. Look, you get boom, you touch it and it goes. Nothing like the Tesla. The Tesla is instant. Boom, you touch it, it goes. It does its thing. This is just a basic thing. Radio, media, device is not connected, phone, yeah, blah blah blah, voice. You can purchase an activation code to enable voice control in the shop. I think that one should be standard. Menu, car, yeah, what's it been averaging? You see, look at that, look, there you go, there's proof. 17 mile an hour, averaging 30 to the gallon. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. You know, £8.50 a gallon now for petrol. That is, you know, it's a little I keep saying Golf, little Volkswagen Polo. Come on, people. And you know, the people who say, oh, I get 60 to the gallon out of mine, you try and double what I've been getting then, because I don't know how the hell you're doing it. But yeah, this is it. This is, you know, a boring Volkswagen Polo. Yeah, there's nothing for me at all. Like I say, other people would see this as a dream car, you know, something they'd love to own, and I'm guessing it, like I said in the intro here, about 18k to buy. But yeah, it drives very laggy. It's as if this gearbox has got a built-in turbo, and you put your foot down in the damn thing and then you get like a 2-second lag before it changes up gear, and when it does, the engine's loud as hell, and you can hear it revving through the gears, and it revs up everywhere and doesn't go anywhere. And no, not for me. As far as I'm concerned, I don't drive things slow, and as far as I can make out, this thing is not great on fuel. It's a petrol, but it's not great. But anyone who tells me they're getting 60 to the gallon out of a modern Volkswagen Golf or even these Polos, you must be driving it like an absolute vicar. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what Volkswagen rate this thing at, but like I say, I'm not here to debate things about it. I'm just here to give you a quick look at this loan car I've got. Now, you're wondering why I've got a loan car such as this Volkswagen Polo and why I'm moaning about it. I shouldn't moan, it was chucked in with the deal. I found some very minute scratches on my new Tesla after about 3 or 4 days that I weren't happy with. So I encroached on Volkswagen of Derby, who were very nice, and thumbs up to you because you have reacted very well on this. I don't know, I'm having a crack at your loan car now, aren't I? But sorry guys, it's just not me. I was hoping for an ID3. I would have preferred you give me an ID3 and I could have done a review on it. So yeah, this is where we are. The Tesla went in for some bodywork to be done, very minor scratches, but at the same time while it was in there I thought, devil, why don't I have it done? So I'm having it ceramic coated at the same time. They've done me a nice little deal because they realised I've had to take it back for these minor scratches that should have been cleared up before I took the car away, etc. So I'm okay with that. They've charged me slightly under what it should have been. Thumbs up to Volkswagen at Derby. Like I say, they've been very good about things. Let's take you around the back of this car and show you it. Okay, typical twisting Volkswagen thing in here, which I don't know if I like it or not, but hey ho. And there it is. There's your trunk stroke boot area. This is about the same size as my little BMW i3 was. Massive waste of space under there that's not used anymore. I'm quite sure they could have coated that with something and covered it with some of this material and made it useful. Got rid of that thing in the middle. What a waste of space. Again, you don't find this in EVs anymore because all the space is took up now in the trunk for cables and stuff, and you even get a frunk on an EV, whereas this thing you don't. Meant to be a 5-seater, but I wouldn't like to go in long distances with even 4 people in this, but that's just me. Again, maybe I'm spoiled. Well, let's try that again. Okay, you've got to give that some welly to get that down. I wouldn't like to be a pensioner doing that in his Volkswagen Polo. Anyway. Ooh, petrol. Shut. So that's it. That's the quick one I was doing on the Beats Audio 5-door Volkswagen loan car. You know, it is what it is. You know, people, I might be the oddball one here, but I'm probably calling this black and blue, and there's probably more people loving this thing than hating it. But it's just me and what I've got in my life at the moment, and the noise that this does, and the brakes are very sharp as well. It seems to be not great on the brakes, but then the last like 3 or 4 mil, boom, it kind of stops you. And with that little turbo lag on the gearbox, as I call it, it ain't for me, and it's too noisy. Let me just start it up for you, see if you can hear this. These things, I rev it up. Oh, shut up. Caution, engine running. Well, we know that. Why would it tell you that? That the engine's running? Done 8,000 miles. That's it. It bores me. It's going off. Anyway, time to wrap this up. Just a quick thought before I do, folks, and that is to say that it wouldn't be just this Volkswagen Polo. It was just using this as a tool to say how I feel, and just to verify the fact that I will never go back to a fossil fuel car. I have no intentions of doing so, especially just as a regular passenger vehicle. Not a chance, really. Now, I've been spoilt with EVs, and I think once you've played with EVs and you've owned one and driven one on a regular, to get back into these horrible things, it's just like going backwards. You know, it could have been any fossil car at all. Let me just make that quite clear. It's just that this was a loaner. It was outside my door. I thought, hey, let's just use this as an example. Again, thank you very much for Volkswagen Derby for loaning me this vehicle. Hope I've not been too cruel to you. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you're not already. I would like you to come on board. Thumbs up as well on the video. Any comments, drop below. Quite happy to answer anything that you comment on. And the call I've just had, which is great, to go and pick my Tesla up in 1.5 hours time, I cannot wait to go and do. So get out of here. I've had enough of this Volkswagen rubbish. There's plastic interior, this gutless car, and anything to do with ICE vehicles. Go buy an EV.